how do we perfect our Shruti? Shruti is literally the most important and the biggest pillar of music, isn't it? Without good Shruti, anything that we try to sing will not sound good. In fact, it is Shruti which differentiates singing from speaking. So if our notes are not in proper pitch, then we are not actually singing, we are just speaking. Okay? So Shruti is the first thing that you must develop, and it has to be absolutely perfect. Now when we say perfect Shruti, it's not just 1 or 2 lines of the song which have to be perfect. It is every single note of the song that has to be perfect, right? Imagine in a song how many notes there must be. So if each of those notes has to be perfect, then that requires a great deal of practice and a great deal of skill for us to develop. Right? So mastering Shruti is not an overnight job, and it's not something that we just develop by doing a few exercises or something like that. Shruti is an instinct. You have to develop that instinct. You have to connect with your Shruti. And there are some very important things that you can do at home to develop a better sense of Shruti. So today I am going to talk to you about what is VoxGuru's approach towards perfecting Shruti, and what are some of the things you can do by yourself. Now the first stage of perfecting your Shruti actually happens in the music class itself. So if you are attending a music class, that is the first time you learn what is the correct Shruti and what is the wrong Shruti, right? So let's say for example we are learning Sarali Varisai. So first your teacher is going to sing the Varisai and then you are going to repeat it, right? So that part is okay, that part usually is quite smooth. The teacher sings and the student repeats. Now when you are repeating, right, you may not be singing exactly what the teacher was singing. Although the words may be the same, you may be singing Sarigama Padanisa, but the Shruti may not be exact. Some notes may be correct, some notes may be wrong. And that is where the teacher's role is really, really important, to catch those little mistakes that you are making in between. Because you will not be making a mistake in all the notes. Maybe your Sa and Ri will be correct, but your Ga will be wrong. Maybe your Ma and Pa will be correct, but Da will be wrong. So those kind of little things have to be really captured and corrected immediately. Because if we overlook it, if we miss even one mistake, then that will go and get stored in your mind as the correct version. And that is very dangerous. If the wrong version goes and sticks into your mind, then getting rid of that takes much more time. Okay, so it is very, very important, and we are very serious about this at VoxGuru. Each and every class that we conduct and each and every teacher who works with us is very sharp about the Shruti aspect. So any mistake that you make will never escape their ears, and even if you make the same mistake 10 times, we will correct you 10 times. So if this is done, then half the problem is solved. If your mistakes have been corrected completely in the classroom, then that is half the journey crossed. Now comes the second half, where you go back home and you have to practice on your own, right? Your teacher will not be there with you all the time. So what do you do now? What do you do when you go back home? How do you make sure that you don't make the same mistakes again? So here what I would advise is, especially when you're in the early stages of learning, keep singing along with your teacher. So play the recording of your teacher's voice and keep singing along with that. Don't try to sing on your own right in the beginning. So first keep listening to your teacher and sing along with that, but while singing, keep your ears wide open. Keep listening very actively and try to find out whether the two voices are perfectly in sync. If they are perfectly in sync, you will only hear one sound totally, right? Because both of them are going hand in hand in one track. But if your Shruti is not perfect, if you are singing some notes out of Shruti, then in those places you will actually hear two voices. Your teacher's voice will be there and you will be singing somewhere else. So you have to first of all actively listen so that you can hear this. Otherwise you will not know. You will keep singing and you will not even know if it is correct or not. So make sure you are on the right kind of training path where you are able to understand your mistakes and identify them on your own. So if you are looking for this kind of guidance, then please write to us immediately. You can just drop us a WhatsApp message on the number. I have shared the link in the description. So just drop us a hi, and we'll get back to you with our various programs. We have a lot of live courses in Carnatic music and in voice culture, and we also have a lot of self-learning courses as well that will benefit you. So just drop us a message and we will help you choose what is the ideal program for you. And if you have already learned music and you want to get yourself assessed and also take your journey to the next level, you can also write to us, and we will listen to you sing, and we will give you our feedback on where you stand, and we will also help you with the next path of your journey. So drop us a message right away and take that first step towards your own progress and development in music. And if you message us now, you will also be able to avail some exciting offers that are running currently because of the festive season. And I hope to see you in one of our exciting programs in Carnatic music and voice culture. So I'll be waiting to hear from you.